morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Hopefully I didn't scare anybody. I did update my Windows, so there's a lot of things that had to be changed, and it was giving me a whole bunch of trouble. So, good morning, everybody. If you're here with me in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have... oh my goodness. A lot of people in here this morning. We have RC, National, Session Flow, Black Lung, SW, Fayano, John, Spastrick, Cyrus, T-Tix, Robino, HD, Double G, Druss, Fat Citizen, Valentine, Luke, Arrow Squad, Big G, Luna, Dylan, Ethan, Blissfully Dissatisfied, Fran, Shady Lady, Luna, Darren, Spastrick, IB Trading, Luke S, Dust, Vibe Trade, Sadek. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Brian Johnson, DeBeast, good morning to you. G-Lines, July Peppers, Christopher, Caleb, good morning. Trader Page, Randy, Mike, Gringo El Diablo, Trader Slava, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Psycho? J-Bay, Ashton, Liberty, Stefan, Justin, Slap Her Ask. Got to make sure you get the K sound in there. Good morning, QAZ, Damien, Urcon, Daishan. Good morning to you, Mr. Moon, Hector, BBC Firm, Brian, Noah Schwartz, Curious, Alexis. Good morning, Stefan, Leg of Lamb, McNasty, Sophia, Ray, you, Brian. Morning, everybody. Ever since I did this update, did anybody get this update on their Windows machine, by the way? I think it's called Windows 11.24 something. Thank you, Holy Earth. Good morning. Oh, look at that. That's like not even going through. Hold on. Hold on. I got to do this. This is going to go to that. This is going to go to that. Let's see if this works now. There we go. Sweet. Well, that's working. Okay, cool. Do you know if we have to use the new contract? We're not on it yet, as far as I know, because we're still on the Z. HMUZ. HMUZ. That's how you can remember it. By the way, I am taking my Series 3 today, so I do have to know all of these things. I haven't taken a test in, college. College was the last time I took a test. It feels like a long, long time. What's up, Vibe Trade? Good morning, Gold Chess Club. And good morning, Little Stegs. I am not on the, I'm using Tops of X, so it automatically rolls, right? It automatically rolls and it puts me on whatever contract. So whatever contract I have to use is the contract that I go on. And right now we're still on the Z, which is December. HMUZ. H-M-U-Z. That's how you can always remember it. HMUZ. TradingView has not rolled over yet. Yeah, we're probably going to see it today. Usually I feel like it happens on Globex Open on Tuesday of the week of rollover. Doesn't it usually? I'm pretty sure that's usually when, maybe we could see this. Yeah, it's going to be, look, so if we go here, TradingView, you see right here, it's going to do the contract switch right here. It goes to March H. CNBC rolled up. What's up, Coach Hoop? In the building. Yeah, Tuesday. So that's usually when it is. It's Tuesday of roll weeks. Yeah, I wasn't going crazy. So that's usually when it happens. So we'll be seeing that contract roll over. And I'm sure Top Step's contract will roll this evening too. So that's what we're expecting here. The market's been going crazy too, by the way. But I think it should kind of be a little bit more docile and subsided, like probably, I think today's trade might be like a little bit crazy since the SAT. No, I had some tests in college, There's obviously take exams in college. But like the last test that I really like was kind of like stressing over, I guess, was probably the SAT, I'm thinking. But yeah, I haven't taken a test in a very long time. I've heard a kind of a mixed bag. I've heard there's got to be conscious of the time that the test is going to take. You gotta be really focused on getting through all of the questions. I think they give you 2.5 hours. At least that's what the test prep guide said. You get 2.5 hours for the test. I hope it doesn't take me 2.5 hours. I hope I can get through it before 2.5 hours. But I think I take it this afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, I'm taking it around the afternoon time. It's only 10, 15 minutes away from where I'm at. So very easy to get to the testing center. And hopefully I can just get it done with so I don't have to have all of these numbers floating around in my noggin. Because there's a lot of different numbers that you have to remember, like the Treasury. I can't even remember it, but it's like T-bills versus T-bonds and how they're divided by 30 seconds or 64ths and just all this stuff. I think one of them is 14ths. No, does that sound right? Or 13ths. One of them is divided by 13ths. They're quartered into 13ths because that's equals 52 weeks, right? What's 52 divided by 4? 13ths. Okay, I was right about that. So yeah, there's a lot of little numbers that you have to remember, and then knowing what a bushel of corn is, what that represents, and all of that stuff. You have to remember these specific numbers where it's I don't know. I don't think that anybody's actually going to remember that. Maybe there are some people out there that do commit that stuff to memory for their entire life, but I'm probably not one of those people. If you don't know the answer, use the process of elimination. That's kind of the plan. That's what I'm looking for. But let's get these likes up early here, folks. Let's get it up to 500 likes so we can do a poll in here. Once we get up to 500 likes, we'll do a poll to see what you folks think about the sentiment of the market. But dude, ever since I updated my windows, I swear, all of my colors are way more vibrant now. It's very strange. I think I have color profiles installed on my monitors now or something. Are you going to pull up your Rari to exam center? No. I'll either take my wife's car or the Bentley. Bentley's kind of unassuming, I guess. YM's been struggling compared to everything else. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird. Every single time I check the formula for the levels in YM, I don't have to keep adding any. Wow, why is this booling up right now? Oh, it's very thin. The market's super thin. I haven't taken any trades. Obviously, you can see right above my head. I didn't take any trades for Globex. I was watching it on my phone, but I just didn't see anything that made any sense to me that made me want to take any trades. Anybody take any trades last night or up until now? Globex session trades? I would have sworn you're an iMac dude. No, I've been building PCs since I was a kid, so I love PCs. I like Macs too. I own a bunch of different Macs in my studio, which is not reconstructed here in Las Vegas now, but my studio is all Mac products. It's I want to get that new, now that it's out, that new Mac studio looks pretty sick. Super powerful. No, Globex waiting for 2 payments now. One is ridiculously late. Uh-oh. I took one last night long and got stopped out. Woke up to see the market turned right around and went up. Dude, you know what I was seeing? This was crazy. Are we in trading view? Yeah, there's this move right here. Right? This was, where's the Globex open? Where's Globex open? It was this move. Okay, because we're in the 5 minute. If you go to the 1 minute, this looked pretty spooky. Right here, wherever Globex open was. Is this it? Where's the move from Globex open? Right here. Oh, this move. This was crazy, right? The Globex open move. This was crazy. This gotta have this must have blasted a bunch of people, right? It was anybody try to trade this? Because this looked crazy to handle. That move right there. Because that was almost, it was 30 points each side. That looked crazy, crazy, crazy. Took one last night long, yeah. What would you recommend for day trading? What computer? It depends on what your budget is. What's the one I always recommend? Main Gear. Main Gear has some pre-built machines that are super nice. And they don't kind of jerk you around on the prices. There's just a certain amount of components. It depends on what you're using, how many monitors you're going to have. If you're not having a ton of monitors, it really doesn't matter the horsepower that you have for trading, especially if you're using something like TopStep X, which is, browser based, doesn't really require a lot of memory to use. So, what about Falcon? Yeah. So what's crazy is about that, they spend a lot of money on their advertising for their keywords to get people to purchase. There's Falcon Northwest or Falcon Trading Computers. They're very much overpriced. Falcon Northwest, if that's a company that's still around, let me see, because they've been around since I was a kid. Falcon Northwest, yeah, they're still around. They're just going to be very much overpriced, in my opinion. Main Gear is going to be the best bang for your buck, and I have no affiliation with Main Gear whatsoever, but that's going to be the best bang for your buck. Let me drop a link here. Main Gear, show the pre-built. Let's see here. Quick ship PCs. Gaming. Let me see if this comes up. Yeah, I mean, I would just go here and just pick one of their pre-builts. Yeah, because you can get like one that has RTX 4060 in it for $1,200. That's going to be fine. That'll last you for a few years. You have to look at it too, like how many years is this going to last you? They got one for like $1,300 on there. It's going to last you a long time, so you have to look at it how much you're actually paying per year. So if you just build your own follower tutorial, it is way cheaper and not too difficult for anyone. Yeah, I can agree, but there's going to be some frustration for a lot of people. I mean, it is much easier. Like there's no more dip switches that I'm aware of. Back in the day when you're building a computer, you had the dip switches and you had to connect. Like that was just horrible. It's much more difficult than it should be. Now it's a lot easier, but still, if you're not familiar with building your own PC, it can be a little bit annoying because you can get through the build and like forget to connect one single thing. And then all of a sudden you're running into issues and you have to troubleshoot it. It can be super frustrating. So I would say for most people, your best bang for your buck is to spend like $1,200 on like this MG1 silver. It's probably gonna be your best bet. Nvidia price target 204 at Trust Securities. That was the pop, maybe. Let me see. Did that come out right around there? No. Like right around that pop happened, I saw an overweight price from Wells Fargo on Nike, but I don't think it's going to affect the market here. Let's get these likes up, folks. I'll be right back with you. Just give me one moment. And where'd we go? There we are. Hold on one second. We're back. What is cracking? All right, so we do have some news coming out. Let's see, 8:30. We get the Empire Manufacturing. I don't expect this to be that big of a deal, to be honest with you. By the way, we're bringing it back to the OG classics right here. We got Celsius Grape. Scared the hell out of me. Dude, so somebody put me onto this, by the way. We might do this. Hold on. Let me see here. Forgot about this almost. Boom, boom, boom. Right here. Hold on 1 second. There. Can you folks hear that? Ever so softly. Is that coming through or no? Hold on. Nothing, huh? Okay, hold on. Oh, that's an issue. Hold on 1 second. I know what I need to do. Give me 2 seconds here. There we go. That's working, right? There we go. Finally got some copyright-free tunes. How about that? Little vibe going on in here now. Should we have some tunes? We always trade with music in MC, but it's all copyrighted stuff. But this is like, there's a vibe in here. Light some candles. All right, so we do have we have the Empire Manufacturing coming out. That's gonna be out at 8:30. Do I take requests? No, do not take any requests because all the stuff I want to play is copyrighted music. All right, did anybody catch this long? I gotta know because now we're just like ripping on nothing. By the way, I have no news that is causing this, at least on my docket. There's a playlist on Spotify called NCS. Also, YouTube has playlists. Not the best songs, but some are okay. I feel like you're gonna ask me to dance. I mean, this is nice. This is a nice little vibe here. This is some smoke music like the NQ getting high. Seriously. Caught it for about 10 points. Don't trust it more than that. I mean, this thing is moving. So when I saw it originally moving right here, what could we got at 870? It's not that extreme. I mean, 30 handles is 30 handles, but I don't think I could have brought myself to take that. You know, I'm probably gonna wait until after the Empire Manufacturing data comes out, because after that, we don't have any news until 9:45, and that's gonna be global manufacturing PMI. This is nice. Feels like I'm about to make love with the NQ with that music. Get the candles. If the music ever becomes bothersome, we'll just turn it back off. But I feel like once we brought the genie out of the bottle, I don't know if we could put it back in. I'm wondering, why aren't you trading the new contract? We will tomorrow. On the morrow. Let's see what the stats are for the contract right now. Let's see. What is the, was it CME, NASDAQ, open interest? There we go. So we are looking at right now. Let me bring this up over here so you can see this. All right, Let's switch over to... Market's still going up here. I'm going to wait for that Empire Manufacturing, but let's do this. Where's the thing? It is this one, and then we go to this one. Okay, cool. So the open interest, you can see right here, the December contract still has 239,000 open interest, whereas the March only has 54,000. So we want to trade the most liquid contract, and you can see that there's far less volume being contracted here in the March contract versus the December contract. Open interest. So this is actually a test question, but open interest means that if I buy a contract open on the NQ, somebody has to sell me a contract. We have one open interest. So one contract open, one contract sold short or closed, whatever you want to call it. But that's one open interest. That's one single contract. So there are currently 239,000 open interest contracts in the December, and then versus in March, 54,000. So you can see that clearly too through the total volume here. A lot more volume in December still, but we will be trading the it's gonna be NQH5 is gonna be the contract that we will migrate over to probably tomorrow. Which website? Right here. There you go. Need someone to write you a script that auto adjusts your music volume when you talk. Is it too loud? Is the music too loud, or is it too quiet? Turns out the music is annoying. Let's turn this down then. I don't want the music to be annoying. I just kind of want it to fade into the background. Why is there music? I don't know. Somebody sent me this and I thought it was cool. We could finally have music on the YouTube stream. Market Stalker D, what's up? How you doing there, D? Give me some pointers and some tips on the Series 3. Anything that I need to know specifically? Go back to book map here since we are driving to the north side. That's better, thank you. Yeah, you're a musician. When in doubt, select C for the answer. I really hope I just finish it and it's just like, you passed. Oh, I hate taking tests. Lots of trick questions. That's the thing. You know what? On the test prep questions, there's a couple of them that I got wrong. One of the tricks that they try to do is they ask you to calculate what the profit is going to be something. But the thing that you keep forgetting to do is going back to figure out how many contracts you had on that trade. And so that's where I get screwed up because I kept on calculating it for just one single contract. You go back, you read the question, and it's like, oh, this is for 2 contracts. And you're like, that's why I got it wrong, because it's asking for 2 contracts. What's up, Phoenix? Make a picture on the answer sheet. The whole thing, I believe, is digital. Sometimes there's way too much information. Yeah, I feel like there was a couple in the practice exam where they were talking about, like, they give you a bunch of information and then they go to ask the question, and I'm like, why did they give me like this big paragraph of information that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to calculate? So I hope that in the exam guide, it said that there's 2.5 hours allotted for the exam. I really hope that I don't have to take 2.5 hours. Nice work there, Luna. What does it say here? Nice, dude. There you go. Up 300. They give you a slippery laminated piece of paper and a marker for notes is the most annoying thing. Dang. They said in my prep guide that they're giving me a calculator and a piece of scratch paper. I guess that's what the scratch paper is. One of my things that I'm going to try to do is I'm going to bring my study guide in the car. And I don't know. Oh, by the way, we have 1 minute. Let's do this news first. We'll talk about what I'm going to do here. I have a good idea. You can tell me whether or not this is a good idea. Took 70 minutes and thought this is either very good or very, very bad or very good. You passed it though, right? Didn't you? You're one of the amazing ones who passed it. I thought you passed it. Sorry if you didn't. I thought you did. You must have passed it. Why is my brain telling me you passed it? If you only took 70 minutes, you're a rock star. You took way less than the allotted 2 hours and 30 minutes. Well, that gives me hope if you pass it in 70 minutes. First try, yeah, give it up for D. All right, here we go, folks. Let's see what the preview is. Expectation is 10 flat. 10 flat is the expectation. Let's see what happens. Sounds like upgraded old music. 0.2, very low. Wow, look at how thin this book is too. Huh. I don't know that I like that. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Somebody just, that's a new high. We just, that, wow. What? Dude, what? What? Dude, I can't take this. It's way too thin. Come on. Options were tricky because premiums are 164th, but the underlying is 132nd. They mix and match the cues. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just, yeah, the whole bear call spread, bear put spread, like that kind of stuff is just gonna be kind of annoying. All right, so we just made a new all-time high on NASDAQ there on that news, and it was like kind of delayed, which was strange. Play that music louder, man. It's making me win money. I don't think it's the music. I think it's your trading. Yeah, the news came out was the Empire Manufacturing, but it wasn't all that important. Look at it on Bookmap here. This was the break of all-time highs. Was this move right here? You see that above my head? Crazy, crazy, crazy. But it doesn't look like it wants to hold yet. This is so thin. I hate when the market does this because it like teases me wanting to get into this, and then it's like, it's a horrible, horrible gamble to get into something like this. And I'm trading my live account. I don't want to lose money. You can do it as long as you understand the logic. Yeah, I do, but okay, so here was my tactic. This is what I'm going to try to do. There's a couple different things. Okay, let me ask you this, D. Do you need to remember like what each thing is worth? Like T-bills, T-bonds, wheat, corn, copper. Do you have to remember like what each contract represents? Because that's where I'm like thinking I'm gonna like cram all of that in my brain like in the parking lot, and then like the moment I sit down I'm going to dump that all on that scratch paper. Barely, don't worry about that. Okay, good. That was the one thing I was worried about. Like I just want to get it done with. I really do. I have a feeling I'm just gonna fumble. I hope I don't, but yeah, we'll see. Talking about the Series 3. There's a mixed bag of people that say it's the easiest test in the world, and some people are like, it's kind of annoying. Series 3. Test tip, skip the math. Oh, now I can't say that word because my phone thinks I'm talking to her. Not talking to you. For other assets, they give you the contract size. Okay, cool. Okay, for bonds, yes. Okay, so I'll have to memorize all the bonds. Oh. It's funny because I guarantee you that very few people that have the Series 3 certification are actually not ever, like, not looking those numbers up. What's up, Travis? How are you, buddy? Clear your mind, ground yourself, say a prayer, trust your gut, and go. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's the goal here. I mean, it's I don't remember the last time that I was like thinking about taking a test. I literally, when I was out of college, I seriously had nightmares about being late for tests, being late for exams. I'm one of those people who used to have nightmares about taking tests and stuff like that. I did decent. I never had like any issues, but it was just like anxiety from those things. The test is called Series 3. Should we turn this into a quiz session for Ribs? I crammed 5 hours yesterday. My brain was so sore. Went to the jacuzzi afterwards and it was just like my brain was throbbing. My head was throbbing. Can send you a couple of YouTube vids that I found really helpful. Please, that'd be lovely. Thank you. Q, briefly explain rollover. What is it? So what happens is that we have people that are currently trading the December contracts. They're going to go into the March contracts. So the March expiry, because this contract that you're looking at right now on my screen, this is the NQZ. This is the December contract. A really easy way to remember when the expiry is for any of these contracts is the third Friday of the calendar month of the contract that you're trading. So in this case, Friday, December 20th is the final, third Friday is the third Friday of the month. The third Friday is December 20th. So that is the last and final day that you can trade this contract without taking cash delivery of whatever the underlying is, in this case, NASDAQ. So it's a cash settlement contract. You'd have to take delivery of that. And nobody's going to do that. So you roll into the next contract or a future dated contract. In this case, most liquidity is going to be floating over into the March contract. So either you're closing your position or you are rolling from the December contract into the March contract. That's all that means. That's why they call it rollover week. I took security license 63, 64, 6, life health, like to take 3. Nice, very good. Yeah, my test center is very, very close. And if I don't pass the test, I'll just have to take it again. And I'll have the gift of knowing what the test is like the first time around. Apparently there's thousands and thousands of questions. And they give you, is it 120 questions that they give you, I believe? Equities are cash settled. That's also on the test where they try to trick you. How did I do? Did I nail that or what? See? I'm already ready, baby. We're ready for this thing. How they roll over. Do they close position at Z and open at H? So they do what's called a, oh shoot, what is this order called? This is gonna be on the test. There's a type of order. It's basically you're selling one and you're buying another. What's up, Anne-Marie? How you doing? Good to see you. What is it called? It's what's the order type when you're rolling from one contract to the next? Now I can't remember. No, it's not an OCO. What's up, John? It's not a vertical. No, there's a what is it? Dang it, now I can't remember. Is it a swap? Is it called a swap? You might be close. Switch, thank you, switch, bingo, there you go. Switch order. Coach Jay in the building too. We got everybody in here. What's up, everybody? Got all the rock stars in here. It's called a switch order. Thank you. Oh, goodness. So yeah, so what you do is you have a switch order where you're selling, let's just say that you are long in the Z contract, the December contract, you would do what's called a switch order from the December contract into the March contract. So you'd switch from the Z to the H25 contract. So NQH25. So that's called a switch order. There you go. We still haven't taken any trades yet. I'm seeing if this is topping out right now. We made a new all-time high in the NASI at, what is that? 913 halves. Lucky 13. 913 halves. We plan to trade from December 24th through the 31st. Well, let's see. When is the Nicey holidays? Let's see. Sounds like video game music. So no 25th. So we might trade 26th, 27th, and the 30th. And the 31st, because that's not a holiday. And then it sucks because Christmas and New Year's Day are both on a Wednesday. So that's smack dab in the middle of the week. So there might be a lack of liquidity going on for the next 2 weeks after this one. We'll have to see. Trader Page says, Jay, do you have any Series 3 test tips? Yeah, I'm curious. Coach Jay, do you have any tips here? Jester says, all of the series I took, I haven't been involved in over 15 years because of the retirement and not registering 3, 4, 7, 22, 24. Will never take again for any reason at this point over regulation. It's crazy how many like numbers you have to have. Memorize regulations? Okay. That was like the final chapter in the book. It's just crazy. There's like one of them that's like, what's the amount of fine that you can get? And it's like 194,270. It's like, okay. Like, I guarantee you nobody remembers that number. I'm pretty sure that's the number, like 194,720 or something like that. Read the full question before answering. Okay. The only ones that I was getting wrong was really like the contract sizing, where it's like, calculate how much this person made on this trade, but then I forgot to go back and look at how many contracts they were trading. So I didn't multiply their profit by the number of contracts. I'm taking my Series 3 soon. Did you sit for yet? Today. Today is when I'm going. That's going to be me. So hopefully it does well. I'm going to try my best. That's all I can do, right? And if I fail, I get to take it again, right? They provide you, Yolanda, they provide you with a calculator. She asked, can you bring your own calculator? Do they have one? They actually provide one for you, and apparently some scratch paper that Dee says is like a laminated piece of paper, so it's like a miniature whiteboard. Yesterday, I studied for 5 hours. Before that, just studied for a couple hours, like here and there. I wanted to wait until the day before to like do the full review again, so everything is as fresh as possible. There's a test location here in Las Vegas, so very close by. Not far at all. It's not like I have to drive to Utah or something, which would be insane. But you know, it's the longest time ever that I've not taken a test in a very long time. With margin questions, most time contract size is irrelevant, especially if they ask the percentage of margin per contract value. Okay. I'm probably gonna read it one more time, do one more quick refresher, and then like hope for the best. Dude. If you fail, they tell you how bad you did, right? They tell you how poorly. So we'll see. We shall see. Failing is like taking a losing trade. You can take another. Exactly. There you go. And I'm no stranger to losing trades. Believe you me. I've had plenty of those in my career. Coach, do you think we make all-time highs again on ES before Christmas? Let's see. What is the all-time high here on S&Ps? Let's have a look-see. Wow, way up there, 61.12. I mean, it's not that far away. You never know. You never know. Definitely go into it with the mindset you already emphasized, and no matter what, you will know what it's like and what to expect. You'd be surprised. Yeah, I feel like I'm prepared. The thing is that for the test prep fake test questions, I was doing above 70% on those, so that gives me confidence that I should be able to do well, but I'm not a particularly good test taker. I think the minimum score for passing is 70% or better. So you have to be a C grade student or better. In American schools, 70% is a C minus, if I'm not mistaken. Or if they even give out letter grades anymore, I don't know. Maybe that changed since I was in school. So if I want to take the test in Vegas, could the room and flight be considered a write-off? I would think so, maybe. What indicator do you use to see all-time high? This is an indicator that SW turned me on to. This is called Spaceman BTC. It's available on TradingView. Wait, they give out faces and colors? Oh no. They do give letter grades, right? Soon 70% will be a B. Talking about the Series 3 exam, Series 3. What's the benefit of this test? I mean, just to prove that I know about the markets that I'm trading and then the regulations behind these markets. Spaceman BTC, I have it up on my screen right here. Took Series 7. That's the hard one, right? Series 7 is the very difficult one. And you need that to be like a broker at a firm, if I'm not mistaken. Market Stalker G says, I drilled 300 questions per day for 5 days ahead of the test with scoring 75 to 85. Yeah, so when I did my test prep yesterday, I think my average was right around like 80%, right around 80%. Do you need to sponsor a sponsor? No, you can just sign up for the test and take it. You don't need any sponsor. But I scheduled this test, I think back in September. Like it's been I picked this date out a long time ago. Series 7 requires a sponsor. And that's the really... Oh, dude, I got to stop saying series. She thinks I'm talking to her. I feel like that one's the really difficult one, right? Can you work at a firm if you pass a Series 3? No, I don't think so. Where can we sign up to take the test? Let me see on my screen here, whatever it was. What company that you had to register through. Well, FINRA. Prometric.com is what I used, I think. Prometric looks right, but it's FINRA and Prometric. Yeah, and it's all electronic too. It's not like you have to fill out bubbles. It's like an electronic tablet or something like that. What's up with the elevator music? We tried doing some music today. If nobody likes it, we'll take it off. But apparently people liked it. So I need more license-free music that we can play on stream, because usually whenever we trade in the Discord, we always have music going. Love the music, very calming. It's okay, but different. A bit too soothing. Let's run a poll on music. All right, let's see. Let's do that. And by the way, hit that lucky like button so we can do a poll for the market. Do we like the music? Yes, no, indifferent. Here we go. Go ahead and vote away on your feelings on the music here. All classical music is royalty free. Is that true? We gotta have some Ribs gangsta beats in the clubhouse. Yeah, we usually, I mean, there's some days when we just go crazy and we do rap music. Get a little wild. Do you have Epidemic Sound? I have a license for a couple different things for my editing team that does all of my videos. I think Epidemic Sound is one of them. I have that and like an A something. A sound. What is the... I have a couple different music licenses. You community and contribute with creating a track. If someone wants to lay down a bass line, I can drop a progonal drum track. Wait, what is that word? Progonal? I've never heard that. Progonal. That's a new one for me. Oh, original. I'm like trying to figure out the word. I'm like, is that a new word? I don't know. Oh, dude. When you're about to take a test on something, it's like your brain is pretty packed of information. I'm like, now I don't even know the English language anymore. I thought it was a whole new word that I hadn't known. I didn't see, how did you end up at the WPT? I think we did like just right around break even, which by the way, the WPT, to clear up any confusion, that is an all cash game. That's not a tournament. I understand the WPT does tournaments, but the game I was playing is all cash. It's all real money. Like you can leave at any time. Like you can pick up your chips and leave and go cash them out. You're playing with real chips. You're not playing against a casino. You're not playing against, like, you're not using, it's not a tournament. It's real cash. Each pot is worth what they say that it is in the value of cash. It's not, I saw some posts like, it's like, oh, it's a tournament. They're using tournament chips. It's like, no, that was a cash game. It's very different. Would you make educational YouTube videos like pre-recorded, not from the live stream? I have a bunch of webinars that are in the webinar archive in the MC, and we're probably going to do some more webinars next year. But outside of that, I don't have any strictly unique YouTube videos that are educational content. No, I do not. People don't watch poker and it shows. Oh, yeah, exactly. How do casinos make money from poker? There's a thing called the rake. So every single hand that you trade, every single hand that you play, there's a rake that goes to the casinos and the dealers. Well, the dealers get tips, but they also get paid out of the rake, obviously. But there's a percentage of the pot that goes to the casino every single hand. So... you see, in the new contract is already at 22,200. Yes, it's always going to be higher because you're looking forward. All of them, and this is called contango. This is another test question. There's all the forward contracts, the forward months beyond the front month contract are always going to be much higher because we are in a sloping market that goes up and to the right. You see what I'm saying? Do 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 do. I like this music now. Casino always wins. Yeah, but we're not playing a game against the casino. You're playing the game against other players. What was it like playing with Phil Ivey? Incredible. That was like a dream for me. That was insane. And the fact that I actually got to beat him, obviously there's luck involved, getting better cards than he did, but I don't know that I have better cards than he does. And it wasn't a tremendously amazing hand or anything, but it was cool being able to take down a pot from Phil Ivey. I'm actually shocked that he didn't call my turn bet. Pretty shocked by that. Money's no longer free too, so the spread got wider as rates got higher. That is true. When you're looking at the yield curve. Yeah, in poker, the casino just wins by taking the rake. That is correct. So we have kind of double, triple topped here at the highs. If we're looking over a book map, you can see we've just been kind of bouncing off these highs here. But we haven't found any really confident sellers, and I think that's due to the fact that the S&P still is sloping up here. Look at the S&Ps. S&Ps look like they're just going to keep driving, and I think that's going to make the NQ keep driving. If you look up how the greatest poker players made big money, sure, tournaments, but more so playing those under their skill level because you can win. That Phil Ivey Obey fold was wild. Yeah, that was crazy. It's true. The best poker players thrive on game selection, which I know is not going to make a lot of sense to the non-poker players out there, but that's really how the biggest names in poker make the most money. So Andrew Roble, for instance, is one of, like, he's an incredible poker player, and he made most of his money from game selection. So when he's organizing a game, he's choosing players that have a much lower skill level than he has, and then just going into those games and cleaning up. And that's eventually where I'd like to be, right? I'd like to be able to be popular, more popular in the poker world, where I have people that want to play with me because they've seen me on streams or on TV. Next year, I'm going to be playing a lot of poker on TV and streams, like a lot. Like traders with market selection, exactly right. So imagine, like, if you're trading a market that's just going straight up and you can hop in long at any time, you're going to want to trade that market versus like the market right now that we're in is, for me at least, this looks fairly unpredictable, right? Looking at the book map there, that looks, in this slice of time, looks fairly unpredictable. Like if you were to ask me right now, gun to my head, is it going to go up or down? I really am flipping a coin right now. It looks like it wants to break up to the upside and make new highs, but it also looks like we could have a pullback first. So this is an area of the market that I would not be trading right now, and I'm not. I think it can go either way. How do you play poker? Very carefully. Any update on the poker prop firm coming soon? Not yet. Stay tuned for that, though. Good traders do pretty good at craps also. I used to gamble a lot. I used to play a lot of table games and pit games. Used to play craps. I played a lot of baccarat and a lot of blackjack, but I just don't gamble anymore. And I know that you can argue that poker is gambling, and I would say, well, then trading's gambling too, because you're looking at a positive EV game where you have expectancy to win. So for me personally, I don't think that poker is gambling. I think that we're picking our spots and we have high probabilistic odds. Thank you, Holy Earth. Appreciate you, buddy. Where do I get my financial news from? I have a bunch of squawks, but this is a free one that I recommend right now. Check that out. Trading Economics Calendar. That one's great. How do I get this back to dark mode, by the way? There was a way to get this on dark mode, but now I don't have that anymore. That's annoying. Like burning my eyes. Let's see. I thought they had a dark mode there, but I guess they don't. Kind of annoying. How do you get your book map to be blue and red? You can change and update the colors as whatever you want. You can make it however you want it to look. I always argue cards are not gambling. Things you can't control are gambling, sports, horses, etc. I mean, again, if you can think about it this way, is it gambling if you have an 80% chance to win every single time? If you can put yourself in a situation where you know that you have an 80% chance to win, would you continually play that over and over and over? If you have an 80% chance to win, you will lose. But of course, over time, you have a positive expectancy to make money, right? Calculated odds, exactly right. All right, so let's, somebody's asked for the poker game. This is the channel right here. Let me just go ahead and link the game. They've put up clips now too. But this is the one where I played with Phil Ivey. Is this one. Right there. There's other clips and everything from, because I played all 3 days, so there's other clips and everything from the game, but it's worth checking out. If you've ever played poker before, it's definitely interesting to watch. And again, all of the money that we're playing with is live, real money. That's not tournament chips. That's real cash that we're playing with. So there's just as much skill in poker as trading, if not more skill in poker. I think so. That's my personal take on things. I'm firmly of the belief that it's a skill-based game in the same way that trading is skill-based, where you're looking for your setups. You have a probabilistic chance of winning or losing your setup, and you're kind of just going with how it goes. If you take a really good setup and it works against you, it's not because you're a bad trader or you're a bad poker player. It's because that there's no such thing as a 100% win rate setup, as far as I'm aware of, right? Maybe there is. I've not discovered this one yet. But even if you get dealt the best hand in poker, you can lose that hand because you can get unlucky. The odds can turn against you. So even if you have an 80% chance to win, 2 times out of 10, statistically speaking, you will lose that hand. Poker and trading are twins identical? I think so. That's why I like both of them so much. And I think that if you haven't played poker before, there's plenty of ways that you can play in a way that you're not involving money. You can play for play money. There's like WSOP has an iPhone app, an iPad app. And if you're interested in the game of poker, I feel like that you can learn a lot from poker that will carry over into trading, and trading will carry a lot back over into poker. Is trading economics better than Forex Factory? If you're used to using Forex Factory, go ahead and stick with that. But I like trading economics because you can drill down into each economic report and kind of get like some information about it that kind of tells you what it means. Hard to lose with a royal flush. Yeah, once you have a made hand, like you can have in poker what's called the nuts, right? This is like once there's a certain number of cards that have been dealt out. For instance, let's just say that I'm holding pocket kings, which means that I have 2 kings in my whole cards. I know I'm going to lose a few people with this one, but let's just say I have pocket kings. And the flop comes out, king, king, ace. The opponent who had pocket aces has aces full of kings, but I beat that hand and I have what's called the nuts. I have quad kings. There's no hand with that board that can beat me. However, if there's now an ace on the turn and my opponent had pocket aces, they now have the nuts because they have quad aces. Now, this is a hand that would likely, very rarely you'd ever see this in real life because the odds of this happening are quite low. But there's a time and a place in a poker hand where you have what's called the nuts and you can't be beat. For instance, let's just say that you have 9-10 of spades and the flop comes out jack, queen, king of spades. Your opponent can't make a royal flush because they can't hold ace-10 of spades. So you hold what's called the nuts. You have a straight flush, nothing can beat you. Even if somebody has an ace-high flush, they can't beat you because you know that they can't make the royal flush. So that's what's called the nutter butters, the nuts. Nobody can beat you in that hand, period, end of story. There's no hand that can come out that could ever beat you. So, very, very cool. And when you have the nuts, you can't lose the hand, so you have a 100% win rate no matter what. Wow, that's nuts. Yes, it is. At the end of the day, it's still gambling, whether you have a great odds or not. It's a wager. When you risk your money to make money, it's gambling. Gambling is, unfortunately, it has a stigma with it. Yes, you're taking probabilistic odds. By the way, we are pushing up here, so I don't know if we're going to break out or not. I have no idea. Hold on one second. Somebody's new in here, can't find the live stream. Let's see here. How do I link this? Give me a second. There we go. Driving your car to work in the morning is gambling. Yeah, everything's a gamble if you look at it, right? What Rips just described can be played on Bluff 2 by interpreting your possible hands to fold out a better hand. That is true. I tried to do that on day 2 and I ran into somebody flopping a set both times. So I got smoked on that. You're not going to believe this, but there's a bull walking down 7th Avenue? No way. Do you trade more after live and continue on Discord? Yes, of course. Some days we don't trade, some days we do. Some days I trade practice accounts. It just depends on which way the wind is blowing. Right now, my noggin is firmly planted in test zone right now. Like I'm only, like my brain is solely focused on passing the Series 3. So that's where my head is right now. What are your thoughts about MSTR, their business, and getting added to the NQ? Are they actually being added to the NQ? Is that confirmed? Is that for real? I didn't know if they were confirmed being added to the NQ. That would be insane. I'd be shocked. I thought it was SPX. What business is just leveraged Bitcoin? I mean, that's essentially what it is. If you want to trade Bitcoin, why not trade the Bitcoin futures, in my opinion. Hey Rips, do you know any market maker identifying indicators on TradingView? No, I don't. I've never found those. It is confirmed? Oh my gosh. MSTR being added. I mean, that seems kind of crazy. I don't think that's going to stick around for a while. Like that's all they're doing is doing leveraged Bitcoin, you know? Not an old video. That's live right now. How else would I be talking to you? So he's like, I see an old video. It's live right now, my friend. NASDAQ has announced that Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategy, will be added to the NASDAQ starting December 23rd. Okay, so that's going to be next Monday, a week from today. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How long did you study today before today's test? So yesterday I did a 5-hour study session. And then before that, you know, like little pockets of like 2 hours, 3 hours here and there. That's insane. Let's look at MSTR's chart. MSTR. Wow. Look at that gap up. That's insane. Didn't MSTR already split too? Am I going crazy on this? I feel like they split already, didn't they? Let's see. Did they not? Dude, what? What is wrong with my brain? I swear to God, I thought that MSTR had split before. Why don't they show a split? 10-1 split, 1200. Why don't they show a split in this? The heck? Why is there no split showing? That's so weird that I don't see a split on this chart. It won't show, why not? Yeah, Palantir joining NASDAQ. That took way too long. Palantir was, what a phoenix that stock was if you got lucky on that thing. It's weird that it doesn't, it's changed price for a historical chart. Yeah, I thought they split, but it's weird that they don't show up in TradingView now. But yeah, MSTR coming off those highs, 436, that's crazy. I mean, if I was holding calls on MSTR, I'd still be holding them. That's what I'd be doing for sure. Change the past chart to compensate for the split. Interesting, interesting. MSTR, only way to make money is to sell BTC. Yeah, the thing that I don't understand is like, why? Why would they be added to the NASDAQ? Just seems weird. What do they do that's so important besides buying and holding Bitcoin? It's just weird. Very, very strange. Can one of the mods in chat help T-Tix with their audio settings? They can't, they're unable to connect to, thank you. They're losing their mind. They create a bullish sentiment for BTC before it smashes lower. I mean, they're not going to sell their position, right? They're not going to be selling the position of Bitcoin. I can't imagine that. Damn, is that you typing? That is me typing. Probably speculation on adoption. Trump seems keen on the idea. I just don't understand why they'd be adding that to the NASDAQ. I guess because they're doing so much volume, I guess? I don't know. It just seems weird as an addition to NASDAQ. Because of the BTC holdings, it allows them to crash the economy by having the leverage necessary to do it. If they attach MSTR to US economy, when BTC drops, so does the weight of the overall asset. That's interesting. That's an interesting take. I would want to see it in the S&P then if that was more the case. Do you think if it stays high into the open that we will have an inventory correction, and what would you be looking for? Personally, I think that we've spent a lot of time here at these highs. We're kind of like grazing around between 900 and 915 basically in the NASDAQ here. I just feel like, I mean, I've seen crazier things happen, but I feel like we're gonna refresh liquidity lower and then maybe make new all-time highs, especially with how strong the S&Ps are here. Yeah, the NQ, yeah. The S&Ps are so strong that I feel like this is just gonna get, I mean, there's obviously some folks who have some stops that are, you know, above here. I just feel like we'll probably refresh liquidity somewhere around here and then probably just go right back up. That's what I would think. Plus, if there's a lot of people who are short the NASDAQ December contracts, I feel like in order to close that, they have to capitulate, and they'll be doing that. Yeah, we'll see. We are breaking a little bit lower here. Do we have enough likes to do a poll? Let's see. Love to do a poll in here. We are currently at 569 likes. Perfect. So we can do a poll in here. Let's see. Oh, we got to end this poll first. This is about the music. Music, people like it. Okay, we're going to keep the music for now. All right. Will the NQ today end the day above or below? And we're going to say, let's do 21,950. Above, below, no clue. There we go. Coworker the other day said, I don't know your thoughts on Sailor, but I really like him. I said, I'll be right back. I got to use the restroom. Never get that. I mean, all he's done is buy Bitcoin and hold it. It's not like he's changed the world, right? Rips, do you consider zero GC strike levels are valid to apply on futures trading? Sure, of course. Especially like SPX zero DTs, they can definitely influence the directionality of the market for sure. Sold all my crypto a while back. The volatility was doing my stress levels no favor. Yeah, it's one of those things that if you're holding Bitcoin or any of the other large crypto assets, you really just have to leave it. Like put it on a cold wallet, write down your seed phrase, put it in a safe deposit box, write it down somewhere else, put it in another safe deposit box, write it down a third time, put it in another safe deposit box, and just forget about it. And don't write down the address anywhere that you can access. Keep it in those safe deposit boxes. And then ignore it. Pretend it doesn't even exist. And don't be checking like your wallet balance. Just leave it. That's the best thing that you could do if you're in crypto. Grow your stack in poker. Avoid good player about what bad player called unluck. Yes, that's also a good thing to do when you're playing poker. I have XRP in a phone on the side of the road somewhere? No way. That's spooky. Wait, did you purposely put it on that side of the road? What are my thoughts on AMD? Boy, I haven't looked at AMD in a long minute here. So let's pull up AMD's chart. Look at that. We are coming down. We're doing what we thought it was going to do. They are what we thought they were. Wow, dude. AMD is still at 127. They didn't split. I know that. Let's go to like the weekly here. Yeah, they're still like in this lower end of this range. AMD had a chance to really solidify themselves as a chip leader, but I feel like the market sentiment has brought them back down to where they used to be before Intel was having all of those issues. Is Intel course correcting themselves after all of those issues, by the way? I know Intel is not a trader stock and nobody cares to look at that chart, but as far as the company goes, did Intel course correct? Classic, just leave your phone in a ditch. Seifu. Holding AMD longs, Intel is dropping L's all over the shop. It's crazy that Intel fumbled so hard. Intel is a good budget GPU. What is that one called? I know what you're talking about. I forget what that one's called though. Cedric says, lost aces pre-flop day 4 in EPT. I was not unlucky, just not enough stack to cover my opponent. Yeah, aces are gonna get cracked. You know, they have a great percentage to win, but aces get cracked all the time. One of the things that I worked on for one of my game leaks was overplaying pocket pairs. Because at the end of the day, they get cracked all the time if you play them too overzealously. Just bought my son a 14900. Nice. They solve like the heating issues on those chips. I pulled any ace without a face card. You know what's funny is that the solver's hand is ace 5 suited. Ace 5 suited is a hand pretty much you want to play all the time. And you can see Intel's downfall on the chart at the moment Apple Silicon started. Wow, dude, they're trading 20 bucks. I guess it was finally like a good tradable moment when it was trading up at 68. Could short the pants off this thing, even that pop there. Wow. So there was a good time to trade Intel. It was short side. Yeah, Intel's never been a tradable stock in my opinion. It's just never. I mean, I guess if you caught those extremes, it'd be really, really nice. Buying calls here, selling calls here, and buying puts here. Apple Silicon started in 2020 top for Intel. Hey, that looks about accurate. Good observation there. Yeah, there's very low liquidity in these markets right now. Very, very low liquidity. All right, if we get to 1,000 likes, we'll trade the open together in here. Otherwise, we're gonna continue on into the Discord. I don't know if I'm gonna trade today. My mind is in test land right now. Because all I can think about is this test, the Series 3 test that I'm gonna be taking. It's the only thing I can think about right now, unfortunately. So maybe we only trade practice today. We'll see. Let's go back to the NQ here. We're still kind of shuffling around. It looked like it was going to be a pullback here. We are still just making higher lows. If that's the low that we're going to put in right there at 890, we'll see. Good luck today, Ribs. You got it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try my best. That's all I can do, right? It's the only thing I can do is try my best on this test. Try my best on the test. It's the only thing I could do. NQ right now, we're still trading the NQZs, the December contracts, NQZs. What's the indicator you're using? This is Spaceman BTC. Spaceman BTC. One word. Came right into those 880s, 889s. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if it's gonna. I just don't like this trade here. This is like too thin, too gambly. And I'm trading my live account, so. I mean, the S&Ps, look at this sharp pullback too in the S&Ps. Same type of deal. Put in a high at 77 evens, I think. What is that? 76 3/4, almost 77 evens. Changing my vote on the music, it sucks. Yeah, we'll try tomorrow without music again. 289 more likes and we'll stick around. I'll give you folks another 2 minutes here. I own some stupid Intel. Hopefully you have a nice average down price because it's trading pretty low now. You got this, brother. I bet you passed first try, my man. I would not think so, but I'm going to try. That's all I can do. G-Line says, took a payout Friday, just started a new 50K combine. Passed it. Yeah. Wanted something to scratch my trading itch while waiting for payouts. There you go. Nothing wrong with doing that. We have not rolled over yet. No. You can do whatever you want. You could trade the next month contract. I don't even know if it's possible. Wait, can you actually trade the next month in Top Step if you wanted to? I don't know if that's something that you can do. Let me see. NQH? No? Would it just be like NQH5? No? Can we not do that? NQ? It doesn't allow us to trade that, huh? So even if I wanted to trade it, I couldn't. Yeah, I know it auto rolls, but even if I wanted to trade the next month, I guess, you know, that in the Top Step rules, they always say you have to be trading the front month. So tomorrow, Globex will be trading the next month. Had my biggest payout to date, 65K. Man, it's been a long journey, but I finally got that big payout. Nice work there. Trade for freedom. Congrats. Don says, thank you, Ribs. I'll go to Top Step TV now. Have a great test. Let's see if we can get these likes. So give you folks about one more minute here. We're at 788 likes. Don't do it until volume has moved over for next month. Yeah, remember, we have FOMC on Wednesday. We have a little bit of news tomorrow that we're going to be talking about. But for the most part, this is going to be a very difficult trading week for most everybody. It's going to be crazy. Thanks, man. Lots of help from you. Yeah, right, dude. Come on. I'm just a dude talking into a microphone here on YouTube, sharing our experience together. That's all I do. You got it. I told Andre, bro, don't fail, and he picked it up on stream, so I'm not going to try. Yeah. Any tips for dealing with FOMO? I hit most of my targets this year, but getting the itch to lever up? Nah, don't. Stay small. You'll know when the feeling's right. Just stay small. See if we can get these likes. 30 more seconds here. Test cost, I think it's like $150. Somewhere in that range. It's not entirely expensive. Thank you, Astrid. I appreciate that. Ninja's on next month already. They give you an option when you launch Ninja whether or not you want to roll. You really do hand out a lot of wisdom, man. Don't sell yourself short, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do enjoy this quite a bit. I enjoy having our mornings together. It's a great way to start my day, and I hope it's a great way to start your day. I think that it's kind of why we're all here together. Share our experiences, try our best to trade and navigate these markets to the best of our ability. That's what we're here for. All right, well, we didn't get the likes today, but that's okay. I'm gonna go hop into the Discord and continue streaming there, but appreciate everybody sticking around and hanging out this morning. Did not take any trades. We're ending up with no trades today in our live account, obviously. So hopefully folks will come back tomorrow. Maybe we can take some trades tomorrow. Maybe we'll see what that March 2025 contract is all about. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you bright and early. Let's run good on this test. I'll see you folks bright and early tomorrow. Same time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. I'll see you there. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.